Okay. Are you ready then, Nan? Where do you want to start?
I don't know, wherever you want to start.
What was it like growing up at home before you went to boarding school?
I don't know what to say. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Had good friends.
Mhm.
And didn't play in a park. We played on a building site when all the builders had gone home.
Why? What were they building?
And they were building bungalows.
Yeah.
And when they went home, we used to go and play with the sand. And if they left a ladder on the floor, we were jumping in and out the spaces. And come home filthy dirty and get told off.
He would tell you off, your mum?
Mum would tell me off, yeah. Don't go near the building site again. Oh, we did. Yeah, it was good. Good it was, yeah, really good.
Yeah. So, were you 7 when you went to boarding school?
I was 7, yes, 7. Used to have some nice days out to the beach. Not days, it was nights, because it was too hot to go down the beach in the day. It's quite a nice community. And we used to organise a bus, and we used to go for midnight picnics on the beach. And
this is when you were back at home, sorry. This is before you
before I went to boarding school. Yeah, you asked me what I was doing before I went.
Yeah.
And then my dad had a motorbike and sidecar. So some early mornings at 2 o'clock, I was still asleep. I used to be bundled into the sidecar and taken for duck shooting. I used to come back late in the evening with a load of ducks, mostly teal, and no freezers in those days, so everything had to be plucked and cleaned that night.
Would you do it?
Not me, no. And then all given out to the neighbours, distributed.
And how come Grandad took you and not Barbara or
Barbara
Duncan?
was in boarding school. Duncan wasn't born.
Oh, he wasn't born yet. And she was already away. So you.
Yeah, it was 7 years between my sister and myself.
Yeah.
She was already in boarding school, and I felt as though I was the only child.
Yeah, I bet you did. So for a long time it was just you then?
Just me.
And your mum and dad?
For 11 years, because 11 years.
For 11 years?
Between.
Oh, okay. So that must have been quite exciting then when you used to go off duck shooting.
Yeah, it was early morning. I had to go off. Yeah, didn't like it much because I didn't like being woken up. But yeah, quite an experience, yes. But then circumstances happened, and I should say due to circumstances. Over the war years, I was packed off to boarding school for my safety, really. So maybe I wouldn't have gone that young.
How old did people normally go? They didn't go as young as 7, did they?
I don't. There were children as young as 6 at this particular school I was at, but unusual, really.
So when you first went off to boarding school when you were 7, did you go by yourself then, or did you go with Barbara for the first time?
I went with Barbara for the first time, yes. She was, I think I had a year with her, or I think about a year. A year, maybe 2 years, I think a year. And then she finished school, so I was on my own then.
Yeah. And can you remember what that felt like going off? Because you'd had these 7 years with mum and dad, and then you were going off.
I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it. We used to be left at a station with the nuns and the teachers in Calcutta, which is called Kolkata now.
Yeah.
And it used to take us a night and a day to get up to school, I think it was, yeah. And I didn't like it at all, terribly homesick. And then you settle down.
Yeah.
No, not good at all.
No, especially when you weren't used to it, I suppose. No, you were used to being at home with mum and dad, and then...
That's right, yes. We used to go off for 9 months, never saw your parents for 9 months.
You didn't come home at all within 9 months?
No. Wow. Parents could come up and see you.
Yeah.
They came up once, I think. They came up, and Barbara and myself were there once. It was a long trip for them. And in those years, there was only one boarding house, and that was run by Mrs. Corbett.
You remember her name?
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah. And they stayed a few days, and then off they went, but they never came again. No. But parents could come and could take you out for like Easter or Whitsun or whatever. Yeah.
Did you go home for Christmas?
Came home for Christmas.
You came home for Christmas.
1st of December we arrived home.
Yeah.
Oh, a great jubilation coming home. After 9 months, can you imagine?
That's a really long time, isn't it?
It is a long time.
A really long time. Did you have a best friend when you were in school?
Pardon me, I did. I can't remember her name now. She had a Greek name. Can't remember what it was. Frank something or another, yeah. And she was unfortunate because somebody pulled a chair out when she went to sit on it.
Oh, okay.
And put her back out.
Oh, no.
Showed her back, so she was with a hump on. She was a nice girl, yeah. I can't remember the names. But then years after working, I knew this new girl was starting where I worked. And she was brought round and was introduced to us. I didn't recognise her, but she recognised me. She hadn't changed at all. And that was my friend Peggy from school.
Oh.
She was a year further up than me in school. And I remember her as a spotty face, pig-tailed, and she'd grown into this vivacious, model-looking girl. I couldn't believe it was Peggy Reed. Yeah. She said, "Smiler," and I thought you should call me that at school. Smiler.
Was that your name at school?
Yes, Smiler.
You were always smiling.
And she said, "I said, oh, you know," and she said, "Don't you remember me?" She said, "I'm Peggy." Oh Lord, you changed.
Oh, and where did you meet up with her then later on?
Oh, well, then we were great friends after that. She worked in publicity and I worked in the sales.
Where was this then? When you were back in London? Then?
Yeah.
So you were in school in India with her?
Yeah. Never came across her.
And then she
just walked into...
No.
Yes. And, yeah, we used to go out together. She used to sleep with me at night if we'd have gone out.
Oh.
And she was with me the night I met Dad.
Well, the night you met Granddad? Really?
Yeah. Oh, he's ever so nice as all. I can't stand him. I can't stand him, the arrogant bugger, you know.
Why did you think he was arrogant?
Oh, I don't know. He was, you know, so sure of himself. When you read the letter, you know.
I know.
Yeah, I thought he was so sure, cocky, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I end up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Peggy had a lot to do with it then.
Not Peggy, really. I didn't want to go that night, and she was determined to go at this dance. I've got tickets. She says, "Come on, we're going."
I know you've told me before. Tell me again though. So you'd gone to this dance. She had tickets to the dance, and it was organised by.
It was organised by the church. All the churches, Catholic churches in the area, amalgamated, and they were doing this dance at Wembley Town Hall.
Yeah.
Fundraising dance, and it was Guy Fawkes Day. I think it was the day before Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
And. I said, "Peg, we've got 3 buses to catch to get to Emily, and then we've got to come back." "Oh, come on," she said to him. I've got tickets. But okay, we'll go.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how old would you have been then now?
I think I must have been about 17 or 16 or 17 maybe.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it must have been about, late 16, 17, I think it was. Well, I think it was 17 because Derek went off, and 18 months he went for.
Yeah.
Didn't see him, and then I was 18, nearly 19 when I went out to New Zealand.
So you were maybe about 16 then when you met him. And it must have been a cold night then that night. If it was Guy Fawkes, then it must have been November time.
There was no snow, but it was foggy. Yeah. Very foggy, I remember. Very cold. And I remember the priest driving home, and I thought, my God, he's got thick glasses on, he won't be able to see a thing.
Can you remember what you were wearing that night?
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
What were you wearing?
It was a black bodice. It was, what would you call it, off the shoulder?
Yeah, like a sweetheart type neck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nothing on the top.
Yeah.
And then the skirt was a pink tulle skirt.
Oh, nice.
Which my dad and myself made.
You made it?
Yes.
Oh.
We had this on the front room, and we were all had this circle down, and we had.
So you'd make all the layers of the skirt.
So just one layer it had. Just one layer.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So your dad made the skirt for you.
He just had me, sort it out. We put it on the front lounge floor, and we had it spread out. And I said, "You think that's right?" Yeah. So I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, so good for dancing in them because it was twirling.
Yeah, princess line. What do you call it? Princess line.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Can't wear that now though.
You could. I think you could.
Yeah.
So then,
good memories.
So then you met Grandad at the dance. That's the first time you'd met him.
He came and asked me for a dance, and we had another dance.
And what was your first? You said you thought he was arrogant, but what was your first thought of him when you saw him? What did you think?
Right. Yeah, it's fine,
Yeah.
But the funny part was that Peggy won the spot prize. I probably told you that.
No, I don't think you did.
She won the spot prize.
And what was it?
And she had to go up on the stage to get it. I can't remember what she got.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you get the patter. Where are you from? What's your name?
Yeah.
And he said, where'd you come from? And she said, Mill Hill East.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, we've got someone from the Middle East. We were never short of a dance after that.
What, because they thought you were from the Middle East?
And she kept saying to him, I said, Middle East. Oh, that's right, Middle East. Oh, gosh. I said, Peg, what did you say, Middle East? I didn't, she said. I thought.
Oh.
And then we were never short of a dance after that.
Oh.
We were different.
Yeah. You were different.
Oh dear.
And then and then you didn't have to get the bus home, did you? Because the priest had promised.
Yeah, no. We were walking to go and get the bus. Come on, Peg. I said we've got to catch that last bus. Right. She said we're going to get our coats. We're just walking out, and someone says, "Where are you two going?" And it was our parish priest. So she's going to get the bus home. So he said, "Well, stay to the end. I'll give you a lift home." And didn't tell us he was taking all these lads home as well. So Andy couldn't see.
With his big glasses on. So then Grandad was one of them in the car.
Yeah, I sat on his lap. Well, I had to. There wasn't any room. Yeah. So, and as we were going, he called me Aggie, the priest always did. He said, Aggie, number 50 Montrose, is it? I said, yes, it's number 50 Montrose, Father. So he said, Peggy's staying with you? I said, yeah, Peggy's staying with me.
Oh.
I didn't think anything of it, but he wasn't that drunk because he remembered the address.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did people drink at those dances?
Oh, yeah.
Did you drink?
I didn't drink. I don't drink, Peg.
No.
Amy.
No.
Yeah.
And then Grandad sent you that letter.
Went home and wrote it, Miss Aggie, ... And Mum said I nearly put it back in the post box.
Yeah.
So that's how we met.
Yeah. And then he asked you out in the letter, didn't he? Or he asked you to ring him.
Then we missed each other.
Yeah.
Because he thought I was meeting him at the top of the road, and he thought I was going. He thought I was meeting him at the top of the road, and I thought he was coming home to pick me up. So we missed out.
So this would be this like early 50s now then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like 1950, 1951 maybe.
In 52, yeah.
52.
52 he went. Yeah, 52 I think the letters.
So how long did you write to each other then while
About
Grandad...
18 months.
While he was in New Zealand?
About 18 months.
And how long did you know each other for before he went to New Zealand?
Not very long. Not very long at all. About 3-4 months.
Right.
I thought he's going, that's it. We communicate, we might do, we might not, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how it went.
And did you keep in touch with Peggy?
I did for a while, and then we lost touch. She married she was in advertising. She married the manager from purchasing, and they went to live in Chiswick, I think it was, in London. And I used to go up and see her because she had a flat up there. And then the last time we saw them was we went to go to the Ideal Home exhibition, and we just walked in the door of this exhibition. I looked at Dad, and he looked at me and Derek, and I said, "You really want to go in here?" So he said, "Look, it's not far from Chiswick. Let's go and see Peggy."
Oh.
So, but we went. We didn't stop long because they were going out, and they didn't know we were coming. So that was the last time I saw Peg. Then Derek said he thought he saw her on a station, and she didn't look well at all. And lost touch. Yeah. Good friend. I don't know what's happened to Peg.
Yeah.
I don't know why. She wrote to me in New Zealand. I wrote back. And then gradually Christmas cards, and then after that it's finished. I don't know what happened, whether she's still alive or not. Shame.
Yeah.